Hello, everyone! Boa noite a todos. Bem-vindos a mais um Guide Your Future, nosso evento semanal onde a gente discute sobre universidades no exterior e a gente fala um pouquinho sobre como é morar fora, como é fazer a sua graduação fora. Você que está no ensino médio, você que tem esse sonho, muito obrigada por estar aqui com a gente. E a nossa convidada de hoje, a nossa universidade de hoje é da University of Sydney, uma das melhores universidades da Austrália. E a nossa guest speaker de hoje se chama Paulina Domingues. Paulina, come in. Oh, your mic is muted? Okay, all right.
Hello, Talita. Hello, everyone. How are you? Paulina. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for coming to talk to our students about the University of Sydney. Can we start our presentation?
Of course.
Okay, so let's go.
Start our presentation. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, well, good morning, everyone here in Sydney. It's early in the morning, and good evening to you all in Brazil. It is a beautiful, not too sunny day yet, but I'm sure it will be here. Well, we already start to feel those cold days, and as the winter season will be here in a few months. So, well, thank you so much, Talita, for inviting me to this session again. A big thank you to you all for joining this session. I'm really, really happy to be here with you. This is World Study in Australia, the University of Sydney webinar. So let's get started.
Thank you so much, Paulina. Let's go.
Let's go. I usually like you guys to see the next video. So if we can run the video, Talita.
Yeah, sure. Let's put on the video. There we go.
Thank you so much. That was a little bit of a taste of what it looks like to study at the University of Sydney. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. This webinar, it's going to run for 1 hour. After the presentation, we will have a dedicated Q&A session, or you guys can ask through the presentation as well. Just make sure you type all your questions in the comments box, which is right over there. And yeah, as I just mentioned before, you can ask questions as I go through the presentation that we have ready to answer at the end of the presentation. I would like to start with talking a little bit about what is Sydney as a city. Sydney is a really, really beautiful city. It's located in the state of New South Wales. And Sydney frequently ranks in the top 10 most livable cities in the world. It is Australia's largest and most dynamic city, with over 170,000 international students from overseas and from all around the world. I don't think I've ever been in a more multicultural city than Sydney. Every year, this amazing city becomes more and more popular among international students from everywhere around the world. I love the diversity that Sydney has to offer. I am originally from Mexico, and I came as an international student as well 5 years ago. And from my own experience, I can tell you that this is a great city to live in. It is safe, the quality of life is great, there is always something to do. You can find authentic and delicious food from almost everywhere, from Asian food to Mediterranean, Italian, Latin American food, you name it. You will find that 73% of Sydneysiders being born overseas and 75% speak a language other than English at home. It is really, really beautiful. For those who already been here, you won't let me lie. Well, welcome to Sydney. I love this picture because it gives us an idea of how beautiful it is. As you can see, the city is surrounded by water, which pretty much gives us an amazing view from almost everywhere in the city. I hope you can see here the iconic Opera House and Harbour Bridge, where one of our alumni worked in its construction as a chief engineer. Right behind the Opera House, there's a popular suburb called Surrey Hills, where we have our dentistry library and extensive clinical facilities of the Sydney Dental Hospital. And next to it, we have the CBD, where we have another campus where we teach the MBA program. Very close to that, we have our Camperdown and Darlington campus, which is our main campus. And Camperdown and Darlington are two different suburbs divided by one road. So it is a big campus, as you can see here. A little bit further, about 60 km away from Sydney, we have our Camden campus, where veterinary science and agriculture students and researchers can access an extensive network of farms and research units as well. Well, we are the first university in Australia, founded in 1850, when the co-founder of the University of Sydney, William Charles Wentworth, proposed the idea of Australia's first university in 1850. He imagined the opportunity for the child of every class to become great and useful in the destinies of this country. We've stayed true to that original value and purpose by promoting inclusion and diversity for the past 170 years. We are ranked 40 out of 22,000 universities worldwide, and we are constantly among the best 50 universities in the world. It is also important to mention that the entry to Sydney is based on academic merit. Okay, please have a look at this picture. This is how our famous quadrangle currently looks. We voted in top 10 world's most beautiful universities, and we have one museum which has been recently renovated, 5 art galleries, and 3 concert halls. And now, this is how the same building we saw on the previous slide looked back in 1860. The beauty of this building is more than 170 years old, and it is in perfect conditions. In normal times, this place is always full of students and tourists. We are the oldest university in Australia, but we are also one of the most modern, thanks to our ongoing program to transform our buildings, as we will see on the next slide. In this picture, we can see our new law building located in our main campus. It is a nice and modern building. Okay, well, the best and brightest minds live here. We've taught 7 prime ministers, 23 justices of the High Court of Australia, and about 140 Olympians. Something that we are also very proud of is that we were one of the first universities in the world to admit female students in 1881. We also welcome students from about 130 different countries each year. You will join a community of 73,000 students, including 30,000 international students, and a community with over 280,000 global alumni, which is really great.
Paulina, I have a question. Can we go back? What are Rhodes Scholars? Sorry, that might be a very, I don't know, a dumb question, but I really don't know what that is. Rhodes Scholars.
Well, the Rhodes Scholars is something that is unique from Australia. Those are very bright students in Australia, and 100 of them they win an award which is called Rhodes. So those
I see.
scholars, 110, were taught here in the University of Sydney.
Oh, I see. I understand now.
I usually don't mention that because it's just very unique of Australia. And sometimes it's a little bit confusing, but yeah, it's just an award that is unique here in Australia. So yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
Okay. We offer the widest range of academic programs of any university in Australia. When it comes to your interests, I can probably tell you what we don't offer rather than what we offer. You can choose from over 450 academic programs that we offer across our 9 faculties and schools in architecture, urbanism, and interaction design, arts and social sciences, business, education and social work, engineering and information technologies, health, medicine and dentistry, law, music, science, agriculture, environment, and veterinary science. Okay, there is something interesting when it comes to undergraduate studies, and you will learn more about it on the next slide. But it's important to mention that some of the advantages of studying a bachelor's degree at the University of Sydney is that you would have the opportunity to design and create your own degree, to work on real-world projects, and to gain international experience. But let's have a look at this short video to better understand what I just mentioned.
Okay, let's take a look at the second video.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome to the University of Sydney and a new era of undergraduate education. The world is changing, so we've reimagined the way we teach and the way you'll learn. Every Sydney student will graduate with the confidence and ability to think critically, collaborate productively, and influence the world. You'll have the opportunity to learn from leaders in their field and sit alongside the most talented students in the country. Take on real-world industry, community, and entrepreneurship projects. Tackle global challenges by studying and working across disciplines. And gain a global perspective, setting you up to go anywhere in the world. You can combine your undergraduate degree with the Bachelor of Advanced Studies with more subjects to choose from, advanced coursework, and project experience. And if you want to challenge yourself alongside talented peers, you can access even more opportunities for high achievers through our DL Scholars program. Welcome to the Sydney Undergraduate Experience. The future is in your hands.
Nice.
Great. Yeah, my screen is there already. Okay. So, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are on the undergraduate coursework slide.
Yeah, okay. So, the duration of most of the bachelor's degree are 3 years here at the University of Sydney. A few others are 4 years, usually when they are double degrees or when you do an honors year. In most of the cases, the honors year is an independent research project under the supervision of an academic staff member who is an expert in the field of your research. As I mentioned before, you can design your degree by combining your interests with more than 100 study areas in a shared pool of majors and minors, and acquire multidisciplinary expertise in second field that sits outside your primary degree. But you were wondering, what are majors and minors? A major is a group of related subjects or units of study. It's usually made up of 8 units taken across the duration of your degree. It is like a specialization, if you will. Minors are very similar to majors. Think of them as a smaller group of related subjects that you'll take to gain knowledge in a specific area. Usually, it is made up of 6 units of study taken across the duration of your degree as well. Another
Paulina, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You choose a degree that can you give an example of a degree? For example, is that an undergrad?
Yeah. Let's say we choose a Bachelor of Commerce.
Okay.
Which is all related to the business area.
Okay.
So then you say, yeah, but I also like design or interactive design or something related to the Faculty of Architecture, for example.
Yeah.
So then but your main interest is business. So then you will have your primary degree, which is commerce.
Okay.
And then you can include or you can add either a minor or major in design, interactive design, for example. So you will have 6 units or 8 units, it depends if it's a major or if it's a minor, of interactive design.
I see. Can I choose, for example, could I choose, okay, I really like this subject, for example, I really like interior design. Can I choose a major, or no, I'm not really interested. I mean, I'm interested, but I'm not that much. So then I would choose a minor. Is that correct?
Exactly. So you will have the opportunity to choose your majors and your minors. For example, recently had a student who said, Paulina, I love science and I do want to do marine biology, if I'm not wrong. And then but I also love criminology. So these are very different areas, but with the advanced studies, she can do that. So she's going to study the Bachelor of Advanced Studies, and she will choose a second major in criminology. So that's different, but that's the way you can combine your interests as well. So that's an advantage for students who want to study an undergraduate degree with us, because they can actually design their own degree according to their interests.
Oh, I see. I understand. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Another attractive point here is that students may have the opportunity to study overseas for 1 semester or to do an international work placement as well.
Cool.
Okay. Now we move to the undergraduate admissions requirements. So number 1, you guys need to meet our English language requirements, and you can do this by taking an English language skills test or by completing a relevant English language course at the University Center for English Teaching as well. Now, what tests do we accept? IELTS Academic, TOEFL, PBT, and IBT.
Okay.
PTE Academic, and Cambridge CAE and CPE.
Oh, do you not accept IELTS?
Sorry?
Do you not accept IELTS?
Yeah, that's IELTS. Yeah.
Oh, IELTS. Sorry. In Portuguese, you say IELTS. IELTS. Yes.
Yeah. IELTS Academic, we accept.
Oh,
so, for example, if we take IELTS as an example, for most of the programs, we require a minimum result of 6.5 overall and a minimum result of 6 in each band. So students can find the conversion for each test in the course page of their interest.
All right. Okay.
The number 2 is have completed a recognized secondary qualification or high school and meet the minimum entry score. You will need to provide your diploma and academic transcripts. And then at the end of the presentation, I will share with you the table with the equivalent entry scores for 2022. So you can have an idea of what it is, the minimum score you need to apply.
Okay.
Number 3, you guys will have direct entry if you are graduating from an international school with IB diploma, as it is your case. We also have other options because you can also take SAT or ACT exams. And from the university side, we offer our foundation program as well. But I think the easiest and quickest way for you guys is to apply directly with the IB diploma.
I see. Paulina, we have Colégio Positivo Internacional is a school that offers the IB diploma, but we also have other campuses that don't offer the IB diploma. They will offer only the Brazilian curriculum, the national curriculum.
Yeah, that's no problem. For those students who don't have the IB diploma, the easiest way is to sit for either SAT or ACT. I hope you guys are familiar with this test. So those exams are American exams available for international students. I'm pretty sure in Brazil you have centers for both tests, so you can do either SAT or ACT test.
Yes, we do. We do. Actually, Colégio Positivo Internacional is a center for the SAT.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about this foundation program? What is it about?
Program is sort of a preparation course that we do for our students.
Mm-hmm.
This program is also good. It's not my first recommendation because it takes a long time for students. I think the minimum duration for this one is about 8 or 9 months. The maximum duration is 1.5 years, and it is really expensive. It's about $35,000 a year. So that is why it's not my first recommendation. But if you guys want to do it, just go ahead. That's totally up to you. But we also have other quicker and easiest options to get direct entry into the university. I just have a disclaimer here. Sorry, I just forgot to delete this one. This is for this year, not for 2022, because SAT and ACT, as you may know, they used to have this SAT essay component and ACT the writing test component. So those components are not going to be available anymore from June onwards. So that's why you guys will need to sit for an English skills test, plus SAT or ACT. So
all right, very nice. Okay, good,
cool. So let's just keep going to the next slide. This is sort of our general process, and the first step will be you need to do is to choose a course. If you are not sure what course you are interested in yet, please use our course search to browse our wide range of courses. You can directly go to www.sydney.edu.au/courses, and you will go directly to our course search page. Okay, step number 2 is check your eligibility. In this step, you will need to make sure that you meet our entry requirements, same requirements we've been talking about on previous slides. This will be just your English requirement and minimum entry scores either for IB diploma or SAT or ACT.
Okay, good.
Step number 3. Step number 3, you need to gather your documents. We require official documents to support your application, including a scanned copy of your passport identification page. Please bear in mind that all documents that are not originally in English language must be officially translated. And well, finally, step number 4, you guys are going to submit your application. To do so, select Apply button on your course page to commence your online application and just follow the steps. You will have a section to upload your documents and finally submit your application. Once your application is submitted, it will be assessed by our admissions team. Something to mention there is that we have an application fee of $125. So for those students who are attending today, we are going to waive that application fee. I will just need for you guys to send me an email with your name and your student ID and the program you are applying for, and then we will be happy to waive the application fee for you.
Oh my God, this is cool.
Last slide. So yeah, just bear that in mind.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
So, well, now let's talk about rankings. We are regularly ranked in the world's top 50 universities. And this year, for example, we are ranked 40th. But as you can see here, our rankings by subject are in the top 50 as well for more than 35 subjects.
Okay.
No matter what you study, you'll have opportunities and support to undertake internships and work placement with industry leaders to ensure you graduate ready for work. This is a priority for the University of Sydney, and that is one of the reasons we rank first in Australia and fourth in the world for graduate employability. To explain a bit more, this ranking is based on employer reputation, alumni outcomes, partnerships with employers per faculty, employer-student connections, and the graduate employment rate. We have a number of programs to give you real-world experience while you study. And I think this is a great opportunity for all of you interested in gaining professional experience in Australia.
This is cool.
This is our study year timeline, and we have 2 semesters a year for most of the programs. Our semester 1 normally starts late February, and our semester 2 starts early August. In 2021, for example, will be starting 1 week later than usual. And when I want to highlight here that this is will not impact any course length or content for students. We don't know yet what's going to happen in 2022, but for now, we are not delaying our start dates. If anything changes, of course, we will let our students know.
Okay.
Then, then between semesters, you have 5 to 6 weeks holiday, which is pretty convenient because in normal times, most of the students take this time to do internships, to work full time, or to travel around Australia or even overseas. Now, I'm not really sure if you guys know, but with a student visa in Australia, you have the opportunity to study and work at the same time. So while studying, you can work up to 40 hours per fortnightly. And when you are on holidays, you can work full time. That's a really good advantage of studying.
So let me see if I understood. So how many hours can they work weekly when they're studying? 40?
While they're studying is 40 hours per fortnightly. It can be 20 hours a week. So you guys decide how you're going to split those 40 hours every 2 weeks, let's say.
Oh, I see. I understand.
Every 2 weeks. So these start counting once your course starts or your course commences.
Okay.
So from the commencement of the course, you will have 40 hours to work every 2 hours, every 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, exactly. So they will decide if they want 30 hours in 1 week and 10 hours in the second week, or 20, or 40 hours in 1 week, or that's just the rule. And full time while they are on holiday. So as you can see here, you have 5 or 6 week holidays between semesters. So that's really good for them because they take that time to work or go on holidays or do whatever they really want to do.
I see.
Most of them just take the opportunity to do internships, work placement, and just start building that networking.
That's nice. Do you guys help them finding jobs or internships? Is there a career center at the university?
Of course, we have all the support for our students. We have a career development center here where we guide them. We have internship center as well, so the students can get those opportunities, the work placement as well. So we offer all the support for students in terms of career development.
Oh, okay. All right. That's very cool.
Well, the international experience at the University of Sydney is not only at your classroom. Social, sports, and recreation aspects are important as well. That's why we have over 200 clubs and societies to choose from. You guys can meet friends for life, try something new, and even join a club of something you are passionate about. Some of our social clubs are in creative arts and performance, sports and outdoor recreation, humanitarian and community aid, among others. Some of our academic and professional clubs are for professional development, networking and internships, and volunteering as well. So a part of those career development center, we also have clubs and societies to support students with the professional development as well.
Okay.
The Sydney Uni Football Rugby Club has produced 177 Olympians, and actually 27 athletes competed in 2016 Rio Olympics, and we got 1 gold and 2 silver and 1 bronze, which was really great. And our rugby club has also produced 119 Australian Rugby Union representatives, and it is the oldest club in Australia and 8th oldest in the world.
So for those who are interested in rugby, the University of Sydney is the place to go.
The place to go, of course. Yeah, actually in any sport, you know, we have clubs for any sport, and it's actually really great because I will say that most of the students at the University of Sydney actually practice on sport here or play on sport. They are very fit, they are very active. It's really great. Like if you are not into sport, you will be into sport once you are here, because
Really?
it just touches you know, like you see your peers, your friends, they're practicing a lot of the sports, and then it just becomes naturally. The University of Sydney is well represented as well in the winners circle, national as international. We have champions in many sports such as cricket, water polo, rugby, football, soccer, athletics, rowing, etc., etc. So if you guys really love sports, I'm sure this will be the right place for you. If you don't, it's also the right place, because I'm sure you will be into sport.
I see. Paulina, let me ask you something. I'm not sure if you're going to mention it anytime in your presentation, but I'm just going to jump in and ask anyway. Do you guys offer scholarship for athletes just similarly as the US, or is there any opportunity for...
It's very different. In Australia, works very different as the US. We don't offer those full scholarships for students who practice any sport. We do offer scholarships, but those are partial scholarships. But yes, the Sydney Union, the sports union, offer scholarships as well for those students who are really good at sports, or they have certain level of in the sports they used to practice. Yes, we do.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Very nice.
And also, the Sydney International Student Award is university contribution, we'll say. I will talk here. The Sydney International Student Award is for outstanding international students from selected nationalities, and all Latin America is included in this award. And students will receive a 20% contribution from the University of Sydney toward their total yearly tuition fee for the entire duration of the course. This applies for undergraduate coursework and postgraduate coursework as well. So if you guys are going to study a Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Advanced Studies, which is 4 years, for example, so you will have a 20% yearly contribution from the university. Something I would like to highlight here is that I know we have some students who hold dual citizenship or nationality. You will need to apply with your Brazilian passport because only countries in Latin America apply for the Sydney International Student Award. So that's
okay.
important.
But is there a restriction regarding the nationality? For example, let's say I have a student who has the Brazilian passport and the Italian passport. Can she choose which passport she will use for that? Can she apply with her Brazilian passport?
She can choose which passport she would like to apply with, but if she decided to apply with the Italian passport, she won't be eligible to apply for the Sydney International Student Award because this is only for selected nationalities, and only countries within Latin America are within those nationalities. For us, she's not Brazilian, she's Italian because she's applying with Italian passport. We don't know her background, So that's the reason why I encourage you guys to apply with the Brazilian passport in case you are interested in the Sydney International Student Award.
I see. Is there any other requirement for the students to be able to participate in this award?
Yeah, this is the eligibility. So as I mentioned before, you need to be an international student, of course, hold a citizenship of one of the eligible countries or regions, which is any country in Latin America, receive an offer of admissions to a full-time degree to commence from 2021. When I say full-time degree is because all international students are required to enroll in a full-time degree according to their visa conditions.
Sure.
What is required? Completion and submission of a statement of purpose. We have some programs that are not included in this award, which is a higher degree by research. Anything in research is not included. And the MBA, which is the Master of Business Administration, is not included as well. And the Executive MBA is not included. Study abroad and is not included as well. I don't think it's probably your case at this stage, but so you know that those programs are not included. Okay, what about the statement of purpose? The statement of purpose should not exceed 200 words in each of these sections. We're going to ask you 3 questions. The first one is tell us about yourself. Tell us what has inspired you to apply to the University of Sydney. And the third one is tell us what you want to achieve with your studies at the University of Sydney, or how it would help you to achieve your professional goals. Most of our scholarships are based on academic excellence. This award is not. This is we base this award on your. So we want to see if you are genuine or not. Just we have a look at your statement of purpose and how you express yourself to know a little bit more about you guys, and then. This is, you have more chances to have this scholarship, 80-90% of chances to have this award, rather than the academic excellence scholarships. Each faculty offers a scholarship as well, and you guys are free to apply if you want, but 90% of 100% of those scholarships are based on academic excellence, so you will need to have a really good grades to compete. Because you compete with all international students who apply for that faculty and for that specific programs at that semester. So yeah, this one, in my perspective, is much easier to get. So, and we just launched this one for Latin America end of last year. So
cool, that's very nice. Let me ask you, so would that be 20% off the tuition yearly every year, or does that apply only to the first year? Okay, so all the years.
Every year. So students will get the letter of offer when they apply with the award already applied. So yeah, that's going to be the tuition fee. Student needs to pay twice a year because you have 2 semesters. So you pay semester 1 for 4 subjects, and then semester 2 for 4 subjects. So as per your visa conditions, you are required to study 8 subjects a year. That's a full-time study.
I see. I understand.
So when you guys are making your online application, you need to enter your citizenship country. Then the system will identify that this applicant is eligible for the work. A new panel will appear in the scholarships page to give you guys the opportunity to apply for the award. It will look something like this: Sydney International Student Award, SISA. You will upload your statement of purpose here.
Sure. And that would be around 600 words. Would that be it at the limit, right?
600?
Yes, because you said that no more than 200 words for each question.
Yeah. The limit will be 600 words for the total personal statement. And you don't need to exceed 200 words for each question.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. We also have a template. If you want it, I can share that template with you, or you guys can directly contact me as well, and I can share that with you. That's a Word template, very simple. So you just need to fill in your name and just answer pretty much the questions, and that will be it. I'm very happy to share that one with you if that helps. Yeah.
Yes, I guess that would be lovely.
Yeah, of course, I'll do that. Okay. Then, what are some things to do here in the University of Sydney? So, the beauty of Sydney is that there are hundreds of things to do and hundreds of outdoor places to visit. Some of the most popular things to do in Sydney are to catch a ferry around the harbor. It's beautiful, especially if you do in the evening when the harbor bridge is all lit up. You can also take a bus or train to Bondi, Coogee, or Bronte Beach. Those are some of the most popular ones in Sydney. So if you guys love art and museums, you will be busy because we have over 30 museums to visit. And the last thing but not least is to bushwalk in the Royal National Park. This is a huge park with over 40 moderate bushwalks. And well, the best part is that you have all of these right on your finger tips. Okay, the university's location. Our main campus is pretty well located. We have a big shopping mall, a beautiful park, and one of the most vibrant suburbs within just walking distance. One of the left-hand side of the slide, there is a picture of Bondi Beach, which I mentioned in the previous slide, which is about 30 minutes by bus from the main campus. So you will have all the services, party and outdoor recreation just a few minutes away from the main campus.
Okay, all right.
Now, if we talk about accommodation, there are 4 accommodation options. If you like to live on campus, then one of these 2 options are for you. The option 1 is university residences, and they are single study rooms with shared living. Learning and study spaces as well are shared, and you will be in charge of cleaning after yourself, doing your grocery shopping, cooking, doing your laundry, and all that kind of stuff. Then the option 2 are our residential cottages. Those are fully furnished single rooms, and daily meals are provided. So you don't need to worry about any cooking or something like that. They also organize some social activities for the students. Some of the colleges are, for example, only for female students. Some of them only accept male students and are a more exclusive type of accommodation. So students don't need to worry about anything because it's just like a hotel, let's say. They have all the services provided.
Okay.
And then you can live off campus as well. The university is close to many vibrant multicultural suburbs, and you can choose to live independently, run student housing, or rent a place privately as well. Yes, if you guys want to know more, if you want more information, I'm happy to share information about accommodation with you as well. Those are the roughly prices for one of the accommodations, so feel free to take snapshot. Those prices are changing, of course. If you come in 2022 or something like that, it's gonna be different price. This is just roughly pricing, just for you to have an idea. All accommodation prices are paid weekly here in Australia, and pretty much everything. If you will notice that most of the jobs you will find that they will pay weekly as well. Some of them pay fortnightly, some of them monthly, but the vast majority is just weekly.
I understand. Can I ask you a question, Paulina? What is the most popular option among international students?
Yeah, look, some of the students, especially when they're going to study undergraduate, because their parents are a little bit worried about safety and that they are close to the campus, so they decide to study to live the first year on campus, either on the residential colleges or university residential halls or dorms for the first year. And then students usually start making friends, like building their networking, their relationships. And then after that year, they decided that they want to go and live close to the beach, and they rent an apartment with 3 or 4 more friends, and they go and live there, once they know the city, they are all settled and stuff. That's what usually happens. A few of them decide to live off campus. What they usually do is have an Airbnb for the first 2 weeks. Then once they're here, they start looking for an apartment or au pair. Some students also decide to go and live with au pair, and that's the one where they go and live with a family, and then after the children. Those are not that close to the city of the university. They used to be a little bit further away. Still, it's not that far, because the campus has a pretty well location and is all surrounded by public transport, so you won't have any issue.
Okay, all right.
On commuting, yeah.
Sure.
Well, here are some pictures of the accommodation I just mentioned. First picture is an example of our university-owned residence or dorms, which is Regiment Building. Then we have Urbanist. This one here is an off-campus type of accommodation. And I guess this one is independently, but it's very close to the University of Sydney, and they only accept, if I'm not wrong, students who are enrolled in universities. And minimum stay is, I guess, for 6 months to a year. It depends. But they are good also. They're a little bit more expensive than us, I guess.
I see.
Then we have here Darlington Terraces, which is another type of campus accommodation. So those people who live here, they use, for example, they have 3 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms, and they use one. So they rent the other one for students who study at the University of Sydney.
Oh, I see. I understand.
It's very, very, very close. It's just walking distance, like 2-3 minutes from the main campus. So it's
I see.
And then this is an example of our residential colleges. St. John's College. They are really beautiful. They are huge. It's just sort of if you were living in the Harry Potter world, let's say.
This one is the one that you say that is more exclusive, right? So
exclusive type of accommodation when they have all the services provided. Yeah. those are residential colleges. They are on campus.
Food, cleaning, and I see. So, and they have their own room, right?
Cleaning, yeah, they do everything for you. They also organize some recreative outdoors activities, recreation activities as well for students, lectures, study groups, and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm happy to share the accommodation link as well with you guys. You can actually contact directly our accommodation center. They will provide further information if you would like to know if you can book something for 2022 or something like that. They will have more information on that. I can share all the information with you as well.
Okay, good.
Well,
good.
we are heading to our Q&A session. You guys can ask us anything. I'm not really sure if there are some questions already in the comments box, but I'm happy to answer any question that you guys may have. Another thing I would like to mention while we see if we have some questions there is that you can contact me at any time. This is my email, paulina.dominguez@sydney.edu.au. One-on-one sessions, 30-minute one-on-one sessions are available as well if you want to discuss your study option or opportunities at the University of Sydney. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. If you want to talk about a specific program, specific faculty, whatever you guys want, I'm open to have this conversation with you. If you want more information of any specific that I talked during the presentation, shoot me an email and I will be more than happy to organize a one-on-one session or send you just information.
Sure.
You guys.
Sure. Paulina, actually, I have lots of questions, actually.
I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so I can see everyone here. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Oh my God.
We have, hello?
I'm back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Sorry, I just stopped I shared my screen and I think it just broke up a little bit.
Cool. Okay. All right. So we have a question on the chat box. Welcome, Shibata. He's one of our students, our seniors. He says, "Sorry, I was a little late. What are the average prices of the university courses?"
Look, the prices can vary between courses. It really depends. We offer more than 450 programs across the university, across our 9 faculties. So it really varies from program to program. But I will say probably between $40,000 and $50,000 a year. And then on top of that, you need to well, we have the International Student Award, which is a 20% contribution from the university. On top of that, so it will be 20% less.
Okay, so 40 to 50,000 Australian dollars. This is important.
Australian dollars a year, yeah.
Exactly.
That's
so guys,
the US to the American dollars, yes.
It is more. It is cheaper than the American dollar. This is important, guys. Okay, the Australian dollar is cheaper. Is fairly cheaper than the US dollar.
I just wanted to check here.
In Rios, I checked it today. Is $4.22. Okay. One Australian dollar is $4.22. So that would be
an American dollar.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's cheaper. The American dollar is like five reais and something, 5.30, 5.50, 5.60, and it's a lot cheaper. So it varies, right, Paulina? I've noticed that.
Program from faculty to faculty it's just very different. Every program, it also I say a year, and this is an indicative price only because will probably change prices every year, probably go up, probably go down a little bit. So we don't know. So all those prices that you see on the course page are indicative prices. And yeah, it's just around $40,000 and $1,000 if I have to put a number.
I see. Shibata, just so you know, this is it has, I think Shibata arrived a little late at our live. So there is an award for international students from Latin America. So you can count that number and you can deduct 20% because this is the award. Okay, this is the award for international students. Of course, you would have to apply with your Brazilian passport because it's only for Brazilian students.
Yes.
Latin American students, that's it. Okay, cool. If we, I was going to, this is Shibata asked one of the questions that I wanted to ask. And Shibata is saying that
you don't worry, you just need to write down a personal statement answering 3 questions. That's pretty much it. This the advantage of this is that you don't need to have academic excellence. So it's just based on what you write on your personal statement. No more than 200 words per question. I'm happy to share the template,
right?
Yes. The template with Talita. So please don't hesitate, guys, to contact me at any time or Talita, and I will be more than happy to help.
Yeah, this is not a merit-based. It's not a merit-based award, right? It's just a regular award directed to Latin American students. Hi, Giuliano. Yeah, so Giuliano is asking if his daughter can access the university with the IB.
Of course, they have direct access to the University of Sydney, which is really, really great. I will share with Talita the admissions table, so you can have the score, the minimum score required for your course of interest. Yes, of course.
Yes, Giuliano, thank you so much for your presence. And the thing is, something that's interesting, Paulina, could you talk a little bit more about what is this direct access? It's so weird that it's very different. In Brazil, it's very, this idea of direct access is very strange for us because it's not competitive. Is that correct?
That's true. So let me explain a little bit more. So the education system in Australia is very different to the education system in Brazil, in Mexico, in any country in Latin America especially, right? So because of that, students from Latin America don't have direct access to undergraduate degrees at the University of Sydney if they have the standard or the traditional curriculum from your country in Latin America. This is a little bit of disadvantage, and no, because we also have options for you guys. Yeah. So option number 1 is we accept IB diploma from everywhere around the world. So that's great. So that's direct access. Second direct access is either to sit for SAT or ACT exams, which are available in Brazil. There are centers where you guys can do that. So as long as you meet the minimum entry score we require for your program, you will have direct entry. We won't ask for anything else. Well, your high school diploma, just for us to know you finished already your high school, but that'll be it. So you don't need to go through the foundation program and other stuff, which is not direct access, let's say. That's what we meant with direct access, because students from Latin America with a standard curriculum don't have direct access, but there are other options available as well.
Yes, and this is and with the IB, if the student and also the entrance is not competitive, right? So if a student has if you go to the University of Sydney and you choose you look for your program, you choose your program, then you're going to go on the entrance requirements. You're going to see a number, and then you can click on the IB for those students that are taking the IB. And there is a minimum grade. So if you reach that minimum grade, you can just access the university. Isn't that true, Paulina?
Yeah, that's true. As long as you meet our minimum entry requirements, you will be offered a full offer for you to get into the university. It's not like but we accept only students who have the higher scores. No, as long as you meet our minimum entry score, we will issue a letter of offer for you, and then you will need to decide whether you accept it. The only thing is, like, we have some programs that are more popular than others. So, for example, Bachelor of Commerce is really popular. So as soon as we are filling in
the spaces,
the spaces available, the spots available. So if you don't hurry up and you don't accept your offer, probably you will be out and taking it to the next semester. But we'll let you know. I think we'll send 3 warnings or something like that. Like, hey guys, this is filling in, please. The space
please accept your offer.
Getting full. You only have 1 week or 2 weeks to accept your offer. Otherwise, once we are full with the spots, we won't accept anymore. Even if you have unconditional letter of offer, if you don't hurry up, if you don't accept your offer, you probably won't have a place for that semester. But we will let you know in advance, so you guys will have plenty of time to decide. It doesn't happen on every semester. It usually happens semester 1 each year. This year it happened for semester 2 with the Bachelor of Commerce. But yeah, it depends on the season, to be honest, I think, because we just had the pandemic, and 2020 was a little bit a weird year. So this year students are just carrying on and applying. We're very busy and having a lot of applications.
I see. I understand. So Shibata has another question. He says, I have a friend that studies in another Positivo school. As I told you, we have other campuses, and not the International. Okay, so and he wanted to apply for the University of Sydney as well. Can he do it with the standard curriculum?
Of course, he can do it with the standard Brazilian curriculum, as long as he present his
SAT,
high school diploma, plus SAT or ACT. Either exam we accept. Yes, they need he needs to meet the minimum entry required, he or she. So yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Shibata. Please tell your friend that he will be very welcome in the University of Sydney, and it is very possible for him to enter. It's just that he needs to take the SAT or the ACT. The SAT, Colégio Positivo International, is an SAT test center. He's more than welcome to take the test in our school. Also, Paulina, I have another question. When can students, because we know that that the University of Sydney accepts students in the first semester, right? So the school year is exactly like the Brazilian one, the ones that we use. So it starts in February, and it finishes in December, right? When can our students start applying? Is there a window? Is there a date?
That's a really good question, Talita. So our applications usually open 1 year and a half prior to the commencement of the course. And applications closes 1 month prior to the commencement of the course. So for semester 1, we close applications 31st of January. And for semester 2, we close application usually on the 30th of June. You guys can find more accurate information on the course page of your interest, because there is information there when we open and we close application. It depends on the program, but it usually is just like that.
I see, I understand.
The important thing I would like to mention that I forgot about the IB diploma is that you guys can apply with the predictives as well. We usually accept those if you have 2 points over the minimum score we require. So that usually happens. So in case you were wondering.
Yes. Do you guys offer a conditional offer that needs to be met after the diploma, or is that not a thing?
Well, actually, if they meet the entry requirements, they will be offered with an unconditional offer, and then once the IB results are available, if there's any discrepancy or something like that, we will change that. But it doesn't usually happen, to be honest. So as long as they have 2 points over the minimum score, yeah.
I see. I understand. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions for Paulina and for the University of Sydney? Thank you so much, guys, for being here, for participating with us in our live. This live is going to be recorded. So if you have a friend like Shibata who wants to apply to the University of Sydney, please feel welcome to send this live, the link to this live to this friend, and we are more than happy, right, Paulina, to help and to
Of course,
share the information.
Anytime you guys want to just reach out, my email, otherwise you can ask Talita, and we can actually have a one-on-one session if you want to discuss your options.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Giuliano. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, everybody who came in and watched our live. Next week, we're here at the same time with another university. Next week, we're going to have the University of Winnipeg in Canada. Thank you so much, Paulina, for your presence. And thank you all. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time.
See ya.